please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Irby, Councilmember Page, Councilmember Wassinger.
Here.
Councilmember O'Meara, Councilmember Dolan.
Here.
Councilmember O'Leary.
Here.
Councilmember Harder.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the journal of the meeting of May 26, 2015.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The journal is approved. I move to suspend the rules for a presentation of a proclamation to Central Elementary School. Anybody want to second that?
Sorry.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Give me one jab. Motion carries. All right. Well,
Shall I read
County
the-
Executive, would you please?
Okay. Proclamation, St. Louis County, Missouri. Whereas Central Elementary School was established in 1800 in what is now the city of Ferguson, and whereas Central Elementary is an institution where thousands of our friends and neighbors in St. Louis County and people living throughout the nation can proudly say they first learned their ABCs, setting them on the path of life's journey into future success. And whereas today, Central Elementary School continues to serve as a beacon of hope for Ferguson's children and as a place where they can begin to be empowered and to move toward educational excellence. And whereas the people of St. Louis County are fortunate to count Central Elementary School as among their most valuable assets for community growth, now therefore I, Stephen B. Stanger, County Executive of St. Louis County, Missouri, do hereby congratulate the students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends of Central Elementary School on its 135th anniversary and further proclaim May 26, 2015 as Central Elementary School Day in St. Louis County.
Thank you. I'd like to, for the presentation, if we could have Annette Slack, who's our new director of our Office of Community Empowerment, join us, please. Annette, thank you. Do we have someone here? Yes, we do. You ladies.
From the Office of Community Empowerment, we have Ms. Betty Thompson and Ms. Ethel Binder. Representing the school, we have the superintendent, he's coming, Mr. Lawrence in the room. He and I went to law school together. We have Adrian Bland, who's Executive Director of Elementary Education. We have two of the principals, the principal, Mrs. Ison here, Crystal Ison. We have two of the teachers, Michelle Webke and Amelia Hicks. And we also have one of the parents here who was integral in planning the event, Ms. Erica Brooks. She did a lot of the hard work and all the groundwork for the 135th anniversary. So on behalf of the County Executive, St. Louis County, and myself and the Office of Community Empowerment, we would like to present this proclamation to Central Elementary School and tell them we are exceedingly happy and glad for their, and proud of them for their 135 years of existence.
Thank you.
The school have anything they'd like to say, or?
We're just so grateful for St. Louis County's support and recognition. We're most appreciative of our chair, Erica Brooks, who was instrumental in rallying mayors from all over the municipalities in Illinois and Missouri and the governor's office. And we're just so grateful for everything we've done. And also Ms. Thompson, who was our keynote speaker that spurred our students to rise up and speak and educate themselves so that they could follow her footsteps and one day rally others to activate the right to vote and be involved in civic responsibility. We're most grateful for the board. We're most grateful for Ms. Brooks, our superintendent and executive director, and central staff. Thank you.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I think Ms. Brooks wanted to say a few words too. You can go now.
Okay, you know what, I want to, first of all, thank God for allowing us to be in this position to receive this recognition from St. Louis County. I want to thank Ms. Isom for allowing me to have the wherewithal, to have the authority to celebrate Central Elementary School, celebrate Ferguson, and then also I want to thank Mr. Steve Singer, County Executive Director, as well as his empowerment team. Mrs. Annette Slack, Mrs. Betty Thompson, Ms. Ethel Bynum, Mrs. Mary Moore, and everybody else that were, especially the volunteers who came out to make it successful. And I just want to tell y'all thank you. And I'm sorry, I want to also let you know that the President of the United States sent us a letter of recognition for our event as well. We want to get a picture, a group picture. Miss Viner? Yes. Y'all come back, Miss Viner? Mr. LaRue? If you don't mind, And the staff members, everybody that was up here first, we want to get a group picture, please. We got to have everybody who's instrumental in this thing. We don't want to leave anybody out. I thank you all very much for your time. Thank you
for your time.
Thank you for your
I've
time.
been in the photos too, but you already know it.
You want us to stand up? Just stand up right here?
Yes, if you want to come.
You guys did all the work.
You want to take credit?
Ms. Diane, I'm sorry, what's her name? Dr. Glenn, can you come here, please? One, two, three.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right, we have no bid openings this evening, so we will move to communication.
Mr. Chair, there are no tax compromises or zoning matters this evening, so we'll move to road and bridge matters. Under road and bridge matters, item number 1, 6th District.
Receive and file. So ordered.
Moving on to other communications, Mr. Chair. Item number 1.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion for item number 2, and that will be the order.
Item number 3, 4th District.
Receive, file, and refer to the Department of Transportation for review and response. So ordered.
Item number 4, all districts.
Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion for item number 5, and that will be the order.
Item number 6, 7th District.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation and a copy of this report to be sent to the city of Baldwin.
So ordered.
Item number 7, 7th District.
Receive, file, and county counselor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. And same motion for number 8 as well.
So ordered. Is there, please read the add-ons.
Item number 1, second district.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. That'll be the order. All right. Report of the special committees. St. Louis County Council met as a committee of the whole on Tuesday, May 19th, 2015, to consider a presentation by the Department of Planning of a draft of the Age-Friendly Communities Action Plan. I move that the report of the May 19th, 2015 meeting of the Committee of the Whole be received, filed, and adopted as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. The report is adopted. Well, we've been busy. There was another one here. All right, I move that the report of the May 26, 2015 meeting of the Public Improvements Committee be received, filed, and adopted as submitted. And the recommendation of the Planning Commission to approve the request for a CUP be accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. We will move on to public forum.
We have 3 speakers this evening, Mr. Chair.
3 speakers. If you would please keep your comments to, we would like to keep your comments to 3 minutes, please.
First speaker is Abir Moten.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abir Moten. I wish peace be unto all of us here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to let you know, last Tuesday when I left this building, I went to my car. People got into my car, sabotaged my food, put rocks and pebbles, and they put something to bring on, excuse me for saying this, but I have to say this because this is not funny. It's really terrible. To bring on menstruation to try to get me to change my mood, okay? Now, I've had previous National Food Service licensing, restaurant license. I've got that license. People stole it from me, but I have that license. And people have been trying to controverse and contradict me to what I can do. And they're trying to sabotage my food. When I go to grocery stores, I can't buy the same thing or different things because they sabotage, they put drugs. There's some rogue agents involved. Many rogue agents are involved in this mess because they're trying to get me, they're trying to contradict my talent. I'm good what I do. And I'm homeless. And they think that they can get a person while they're homeless. That's why they have me homeless, so that they can try to entrap me or smock me. What I mean by smock, if we can mess her up, we'll lead her into a hospital emergency room, a doctor's office. And then we can put her into debt. And then we can ruin her clearances and not give her top clearance and all that. But let me tell you something. These corrupt rogue agents are involved in the sabotage of my father and the murder of my father. And I will not let this go. And so I just want to let you know that I eat the way I eat right now to stay alive. And I'm not free. I can't leave food in my car. At grocery stores, they sabotage my food. They know I'm going. People already know I'm going to go. I'm Arabic, and I'm Muslim, and I'm Palestinian. That tops it off. That makes it so hard for me because there's war overseas. And then there's some good Jews, and boy, are there some killer Jews. There are some killer Jews who kill, and they do terminations in hospitals, and they do assassinations here in America. I was born and raised here all my life. My dad didn't do nothing to anybody here. My dad was very rich. My dad didn't want people to go into sin. He didn't want people to do the interest money or anything. He gave people money, and he didn't ask. He says, take the money, and when you can give it to me. Now, some people who set up my father before his murder aren't going to get away, and some of them are rogue agents, and I know exactly who they're connected to. So I just want to let you know that we, the homeless, are intelligent survivors. We know how to live, and we want to live. We don't want to be smocked, because a lot of doctors are corrupt. They're connected to bad lawyers and bad judges. We want adequate shelters. We want adequate foods. If people cannot fulfill our needs, we homeless are asking you to stand down. So I'm speaking for all the homeless that I've encountered. Some of them are undercover drunks who look like they're drunks, but they're undercover rogue agents to mess up people among the homelessness. But there's a lot of homeless who are very, very intelligent and who don't do drugs, who don't do alcohol, and who don't want any crime and don't do crime.
3 minutes, Mr. Chair.
That's it.
Thank you very much for everything. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Adonis Reddick.
Talking about the sidewalks and that's like Pine Road. There's no sidewalk available for him to go to the port, and I'm helping him get this done so he can be safe going to the store or wherever he wants to go. So, Chucky,
Hello, my name is William Gamblin, and I am a minister in my church, which is the Greater Pentecostal Church of God, 6080 West Florissant, and I am an activist in the community. I have an advocate group, and its name is the Association of Spanish Lake Advocates. We worked on the McDonald's that was under construction in Florissant, Missouri in the autumn, and I wrote to Letters in Order that happened. We went to the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Spanish Lake. I couldn't get into the establishment because of bid arcades, and we are going to explain. First, it is a big step in front of the entrance, barring me from going into the establishment. Plus, I couldn't have moved inside of the restaurant because its narrowness. The American Disability Act has been since 1990, but the establishments, like restaurants, do not care about the disabled or the American Disability Act. We are working on the sidewalks in Spanish Lake because Either they are broken up or they are not any. For an example, take Spanish Lake Road, and we have to take that road to go the Spanish Lake Park. It is so dangerous going to the park, and I have to get my medicine at Walgreens on Parker and Lusher. I have to go in the street because the sidewalk is so broken up on the right side of Parker going south. The other side of the street doesn't have a sidewalk at all. I take my best friend, Jesus Christ, with me, and that is why I will be safe going. But it was a case where Cedric Fiesel got hit by a vehicle on the street, I believe in August of 2013, because it was not sidewalks out there. My group and I started a petition that you have on the sidewalks. Now the county has money because Ferguson had tear gas to spray on the innocent people who were protesting Michael Brown's killing. But when people were looting the stores, the police didn't stop it, but they allowed the looting to go on. The Bible says it will be a time that people will call right things wrong and the wrong things right. This is that time we are living in, because things are so corrupted. I came in October, but the problem has not been fixed yet.
Sir?
I've been living out there 23 years, and we had several county executives since then, but none of them were concerned about the sidewalks. They passed the buck around, so to speak. It is a widow woman in the Bible.
Sir, I appreciate your comments. We'll address the sidewalk issue.
Until he granted her petition, and I am persistent, like the woman within, getting what I want
Right.
back in.
We have the Director of Transportation here, and they'll take a look into that.
Stop
Thank you.
hiding in institutions or homes.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's all right. I think this was your notes from something else. You- Last speaker this evening is Tom Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan is going to pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. That concludes the public forum. Move on to introduction of bills.
Bill number 122, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, and ordinance authorizing the county executive to accept a grant of up to $106,921 from the Missouri Department of Public Safety, appropriating the same for support of personnel, equipment, and supplies for the crime lab, and authorizing the county executive to execute necessary documents. Bill number 123, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Brown Smith Wallace LLC for a countywide audit of potential areas of waste and inefficiency and appropriating $140,000 from the unappropriated balance of the general fund for support of the contract. Bill number 124, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development for participation in the Section 108 Loan Guarantee Program, and authorizing the county executive, the Director of Planning, and the Director of the Office of Community Development to execute documents related to such program. Bill number 125, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember Page, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with James H. Farrick and Gerald Investments LP for space at 11643 to 11645 North Line Industrial Park for use by the Police Department. Bill number 126, introduced by Councilmember Dolan, an ordinance amending Chapter 201, Title II, St. Louis County Revised Ordinances 1974 as amended County Personnel by adding and enacting a new section pertaining to the Office of Strategy and Innovation. Bill number 127, introduced by Councilmember O'Leary, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract and subsequent renewals with J&M Displays Incorporated for fireworks displays at the JB Blast. Bill number 128, introduced by Councilmembers Dolan for Page and Wassinger, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with NPN Environmental Engineers Incorporated for AHERA inspections of the Family Court Building and Lakeside Center and other air quality projects at county facilities. Mr. Chair, that is all the bills.
Thank you. Perfection bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Please hold, and that will be the order.
Bill number 27, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold, and that will be the order.
Bill number 118, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect Bill number 118.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 118 is perfected.
Bill number 119, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect Bill number 119.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 119 is perfected.
Bill number 120, introduced by Councilmember O'Leary.
I move to perfect Bill number 120.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 120 is perfected.
Bill number 121, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold. So ordered. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 52, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold, and that will be the order.
Bill number 114, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill 114.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby, Councilmember Page, Councilmember Wassinger,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara, Councilmember Dolan,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary,
Aye.
Councilmember Harder.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on bill number 114, there are 4 ayes and 3 absent.
Bill number 114 is finally passed.
Bill number 115, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move for final passage of Bill number 115.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby, Councilmember Page, Councilmember Wassinger,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara, Councilmember Dolan,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary,
Aye.
Councilmember Harder.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on bill number 115, there are 4 ayes and 3 absent.
Bill number 115 is finally passed.
Bill number 116, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
Please hold, that will be the order.
Bill number 117, introduced by Councilmember Dolan for Councilmember Erby.
I move for final passage of Bill number 117.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby, Councilmember Page, Councilmember Wassinger,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara, Councilmember Dolan,
Aye.
Councilmember O'Leary,
Aye.
Councilmember Harder.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, on bill number 117, there are 4 ayes and 3 absent.
Bill number 117 is finally passed.
We have no resolutions this evening, Mr. Chair, so we'll move on to unfinished business. Under unfinished business, item number 1, 4th District.
Please hold on the order of business. That will be the order.
And, Mr. Chair, moving on to new business, we have 5 prepared orders this evening.
I move for adoption of orders 1 through 5.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Orders 1 through 5 are adopted.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting is adjourned.